What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I think today's episode is gonna be about it. Well, I can't really say what it's gonna be about because I know for a fact I'm gonna trail on and talk about different things. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to start with is addiction and how how whenever I see, okay, so I started watching this new show. It's not new, but it's new to me. It's called Top Boy. I know niggas know about Top Boy. Drake produced it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So watching Top Boy, and some of the characters are addicts. And when I was a couple years ago, I used to live in a trap house or a trap trailer. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes. But my brother used to sell meth out of it. My brother used to also smoke meth, and he became addicted to it. And he got way more addicted to it and started using more of it than he did selling it, you know? And for 3 years, I say about, yeah, yeah. 2022, I came back. 2023, 2 years. 2023, I moved back into the trailer with my brother. And for 2 whole years, I just watched him destroy himself, you know? And I would look at the addicts with contempt because they would use this shit in front of me. Some people did more than just weed. It was a prostitute living there. It was a whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot. And I used to look at the addicts with contempt, or I used to look down on them because it's how the fuck would you, you know what I'm saying? Why in the fuck would you do something like that? That doesn't even make any sense. It literally didn't make any sense to me. But then I see addicts on TV, and I see I get this feeling in my stomach, my stomach drops. And I don't think it's because I still hold them in contempt. Because even when I look down on them, or I held them in contempt, I would never directly speak bad about them. I would always be oh, here these niggas go. And then I would learn, I'm educating myself about addicts and stuff because I'm in the belly of the beast. And I would learn that some people really just fall down. Some people really just go through the motions. Some people really don't understand it doesn't have to be all or nothing all the time, and I wish that they could have learned that before they started using, but then it's so easy to use because somebody could be doing it, somebody you love and trust could be doing it, and then they could be take it, it's not that bad, and then you fall down a rabbit hole and now you're using too, and it's just you on the outside looking in, it looks dumb, but when you're in it, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like you're ruining your life. It just feels like you get high every now and then, and I've never been addicted to anything, but I feel addiction doesn't have as strong of a hold on people's psyche as a lot of people like to think. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm speaking out of my ass, or maybe I just said it wrong, but what I mean is I don't the people who are addicted to a substance or a thing don't really realize that they are addicted to it, because a lot of them deny it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just common knowledge, because you confront somebody about something they're addicted to, and the first thing they're gonna tell you is no, they're not. You know what I'm saying? But when you in it, it don't feel like it. When you are, how do I explain this? Because I don't want to say this is the same thing, but like at one point in my life, I was really obsessed with this girl. And like when I'm in it, when I was obsessed with her, I didn't feel like I was obsessed. I didn't like know I was. I just had like this really strong emotion towards her. I felt really strongly about her, and I wanted to see her all the time. I wanted to talk to her all the time and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Just be there whenever she's around. I just wanted to be where she was at. And it's like, I feel like addiction's kind of like that. It's not like oh, let me go and do this thing that ruins my life. It's like, let me go and do this thing that brings me joy. Like, no matter how quickly it seems, no matter how quick the joy ends, and no matter how quick it comes, they go through a lot. And then so they like, oh, this is the only thing that's keeping me alive. And it's such a sad thing to say, but like, that might be like somebody's rock is crack. That was a joke in bad taste. But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the reason somebody still is alive is because they are under the influence, because like drugs give them euphoria. Drugs give them something to live for, because they living for the next hit, the next high, the next like big thing to get them to, from point A to point B. Which is why, like, if you're homeless and you doing drugs, I can't judge you. I don't judge them anymore. I don't look down on them, because like, I feel like that pit in my stomach I was talking about earlier made me realize, like, damn, that shit could have been me. Because while I was going through all that shit, I was falling deeper and deeper into depression. I started gaining weight. I stopped going outside. I started eating terribly, and I didn't eat at all. A lot of the times it would be days, sometimes weeks, where we didn't get any food. The whole time my body's still changing. And when I finally got this job, it was so hard for me to just make it throughout the day, because it was hard for me to just even stand up, because I had gained so much weight. And I was never, well, I ain't gonna say I was never like that, but like, prior to, I was a lot thinner. I was a lot more active. I was a lot more alive, but things started happening. Shit got bad. My brother almost died. It was so much shit going on. And it's just like, there's, I don't know what my tipping point could have been, or my breaking point could have been. But like, if my brother would have died, if I didn't kill myself, I might have started doing drugs. I might have been strung out, and like, you never know what somebody's like tipping point is. You don't know like how people get to where they get to. You don't know anybody's story. So like, it's impossible for you to judge somebody who uses drugs to get by, because they don't have what you have, and I know it's not a good thing, and I wouldn't say I'm defending drug use, but like, I would say I'm just defending addicts, because the addicts deserve compassion. And most importantly, they deserve to be safe, and they deserve to not die. They deserve to have food and shelter, regardless if they want it or not. They still need to like be cared for, and they need to be housed, and they need to be clothed. They need to be clean. They need to be making sure that they're using drugs clean, because so much, like, a lot of the shit happens to them because they don't have access to clean materials to like take. And then a lot of the drugs be like cut with like different shit, like fucking chemicals, and they might be reusing needles, like so many things like goes into like being an addict. And it's really dangerous for them, not just because they're using a drug, but because it's illegal, and it's hard for them to like use drugs safely, because people demonize people who use drugs to get by, even though like, yeah, like it makes them act a certain way and it makes them do certain things, but like being a drug, like being an addict, doesn't make you less of a person, and it doesn't mean that you deserve less than a person who's not addicted to a substance. Because everybody's favorite thing to say is like, oh, everybody has a vice, or my vice is this, or my vice is that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't look at a gambling addict like you would look at it somebody who's on heroin, you know? Because the gambling addict, they don't really care, you know what I'm saying, about like what has to happen in order for them to win. You know, or like they might just be addicted to losing, or they might just be addicted to like the rush to the win. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know like what like ticks somebody off. You know, but like you know, a heroin user, their thing is heroin. Like getting high off heroin is like what it is for them. But like you would judge them before you would judge the gambling addict because of what heroin does to your body. But you won't judge somebody who gambles because of what gambling does to your brain. You know? And like everything is still altering your brain. Like you can't deny the adverse effects of gambling just because you can't see them. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing. Or like, you know, it get bad and they gamble everything they have away and they don't have anything. And then anytime they get something, they gamble it. But it's just, that's the same as a heroin addict. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same as a crack addict. Like, they'll go and steal so they can get their fix. You know, they don't give a fuck what has to happen. They just need to get high so they can feel okay, so they can feel good, so they can feel like themselves, you know? And I'm pretty sure they know that like doing the drug doesn't make them, you know, but they don't know any other alternatives. They don't know how to get out of that. And that's what rehab's for. But like a lot of these rehabilitation centers be undercover drug rings in disguise. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they be setting niggas up for failure. Like it's high key like jail, but instead of like being arrested, you just are in this place with people who abuse drugs, you know. And once you get out, they low-key like put you back into like the element, and now you got to go back into the world and act like you just wasn't addicted to like this major substance for a while. And if you don't tackle the root issue of like the problem, they're just gonna get back on drugs again. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't help the person, like yeah, getting them off drugs will help them, but like if they don't have like I said, like food, water, like shelter, and they don't have like the bare necessities, like to make sure that they don't go back down the path again, they're just gonna keep doing it. It's the same way with crime. Like a lot of this shit really intersectional. A lot of this shit really connects. And people don't understand the layers because, you know, every day, like you have to go against yourself and like go out to work and then work for somebody who don't give a fuck about you. And then and then they make you only give a fuck about yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? And then like, so you get caught up in your own world, you get caught up in your own things when people who really need your help or who you could help are like right in front of you. You don't want to stop to like help them because you feel like everything that you get belongs to you. And it does. And true, be that as it may, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you can't share it because you've sacrificed yourself to get this. And you see this person who hasn't, or quote, who you think hasn't, you know, even though they're in a worse predicament to you, you think like, damn, like I sacrificed myself to get this so I can have this. Like you could do the same thing, but it's just like, as I've said, like they stigmatize addicts, and even if you are addicted to something, they won't let you get a job because people use on the job. And like, you know, if you're like operating machinery, if you're doing a lot of things like that, then like, you know what I'm saying, yeah, it's dangerous. But like, you know, let them get a work from home job or something. Like, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, even customer service is iffy because you got to deal with people. And, like, if you, like, nodding off or, like, if you jittery or you saying gibberish and shit, like, people are, like, needing you to, like, look alive and shit like that, then I can understand why, like, addicts won't have a job. But, like, there has to be something for them to do. You know? Something has to be done for them. They got to be able to contribute some way and not just being shunned, you know, and outcasted. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have, like, they're good for something. Like, everybody's good for something. Like, no matter what you think it is, they have value. Everybody has value. No matter, like, where you are in your life. If you're just in your flop era, as the people like to say, or you in your boom era, like you like shit booming, like business is booming, like you thriving. Just cause you successful and just cause somebody else isn't successful doesn't mean that you better than them. It just means you successful, you know? And I just want niggas to start seeing addicts in a different light. Just the same as like homeless people. You know what I'm saying? Just the same as like criminals. Like a lot of these people don't really have a choice and they just do what they can the best. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, you could just get a job, but it's just like, give me one there. Everybody always has like a matter of fact answer to like life's biggest, toughest problems. And like they don't never have the power to change it. You know what I'm saying? And then like all they do is just use their personal experience or like an anecdote from somebody else to prove the numbers that you have, like like actual facts wrong. Like, well, I know somebody who blah 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 and they got a job and their life is on track now. And I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. I fuck with that. Like, you know, the system worked out for them. Not even because they shouldn't have even been in the situation that they were in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But they got lucky. Everybody don't get lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get lucky. It's hard for niggas to like be able to do anything in this bitch because you're being discriminated against. Regardless, like whether if it's your skin color, if it's your sexual orientation, if it's your gender, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody's discriminated against you. Like if you're not like a straight white man, it's hard to just go out and get a job. You know what I'm saying? And even if you are a straight white man, because like just the housing, like you not the housing, like just the job market is just awful right now. And I work at Walmart right now. And when I first started working there, things went smoothly because we had a fully staffed Walmart. Like there was enough people for everything to go around. But now that we need help, nobody's hiring anybody because they want to make it seem like there's no like availability. But like we need niggas everywhere in that bitch. And we need triple the amount of niggas we got. And they only hiring a third of that at the time. And then they firing people when they fucking up or like when they like doing shit that the people don't like. And I'm like, why the fuck are you cracking down on these new employees for doing shit that the people who've been here for years do every single day? You know what I'm saying? Walmart got this little bullshit ass point system, and if you get 5 points, you will get fired. You know what I'm saying? Now, how it goes is if you no call, no show, that's a full point. If you late, that's a half a point. You know what I'm saying? So you get 5 no call, no shows, I guess. Oh, and if you leave early, that's a half a point. Or I think if you leave early, you get a full point. Either way it goes, I don't understand why I'm getting a full point for leaving the job early. At least I came. You know what I'm saying? But, half a point, full point. Either way it goes, you get 10 times to be late, 10 times to leave early, or you get 5 times to no call, no show. And on key event days, which is like holidays, it double up. So if you're late on the key event day, point. If you no call on a no show on a key event day, that's 2 points. And I think that's bullshit because we don't get time and a half. You know what I'm saying? But back to that bullshit ass point system, nigga, I done had 14 points and I still work at Walmart. You feel me? They try to like pick and choose and like it's just a bunch of picking and choosing. Everybody just be picked and choosed. You feel me? And I know it's chose, but like niggas just be picked and choosed in this bitch. They pick and choose who they want to favor. They pick and choose who they want to like bully. They pick and choose who they want to like hire. They pick and choose who they want to fire. You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving, it's who you know, and like you gotta have great social skills in order to keep your job, because if you don't, they gonna ostracize you and they gonna have you fired because you're not a pro, you're not a team player, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like the biggest team players are motherfuckers who come to work and do their job and go home. But like, you niggas you want people to participate in the gossip, and you want people to like take your side. It's just a big popularity contest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm in high school again. Everybody be clicked up, and then it don't help because everybody be in different departments, and then like, oh, this department got these niggas in it, and you know how they are, and blah blah blah. It's just a whole bunch. It's like a fucking soap opera, bro. Like, I feel like if there was cameras, and there are cameras in Walmart, but like if Walmart was on TV, like if this Walmart was on TV, we would all be famous. There's always some bullshit going on in this Walmart, and if it's not the fucking employees, it's the customers, bro. There's always some shit going on. Every time it get hot and it be a lot of people in that motherfucker, people tend to start to fight. They get angry. They start yelling at each other. You know what I'm saying? They be mad at the employees at the Walmart because it don't be enough people to work to get the lines down. Well, this don't make no goddamn sense. Why the fuck is only 3 registers open? Well, because there ain't but 3 people here. What the fuck y'all want us to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need niggas at the self-checkouts to make the self-checkouts line go longer, mean go smoother, because if ain't nobody over there to help you niggas out over there, then self-checkout gotta close, and then the line's really gonna be long. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it's gonna be motherfuckers who come in and only get 1 or 2 things. And I hate that Walmart don't have a policy that make motherfuckers who got hella shit go to a line, because they be having hella shit and coming to the self-checkout and want to ring all that shit up and then not scan everything. And then when you see them niggas not scanning everything, you try to make them move to another register, they want to get an attitude. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck what is happening. You got to scan all that shit, nigga. If not, your ass going on the bench. And your ass going to jail. Like, do you want to go to jail over some food? You feel me? And it's like, I think Walmart petty as fuck for wanting to send a nigga to jail over some goddamn food. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit finna go bad anyway. If I don't eat it, y'all gonna throw it away. And you mean to tell me I can't have it? And if I try to take it, you gonna send me to jail? What kind of shit is that, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even mad at the customers for wanting the shit. Cause I'm a nigga that work at Walmart and I want the shit too. Then they only give you this bullshit at 10% off. The fuck is that? What the fuck am I finna do with 10%? I ain't gonna lie, been coming clutch recently because like every dollar counts. Every penny, every cent counts. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could have been spending my money better, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I work hard. I feel like I should be able to fuck some of this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, you know? Because I feel like at this point I'm just working to pay my bills. And then that's a whole nother thing. I ain't gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? But they could put some addicts in Walmart, man. I feel like there's already some there. You know, whatever the fuck is your drug of choice. Niggas that be popping pills that work in the camera room. Niggas that smoke weed that work in the back. Niggas that snort powder that work with the customers. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doing a little something. Everybody doing a little something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs something. Some alcoholics in there. This motherfucker that drink a beer every day, he go home. You know what I'm saying? He buy one and drink one every day. Every day. You know? Everybody got something, bro. Everybody needs something to take the edge off. Everybody just needs something to get by. And so what if it's heroin? Now I know that's such a crazy thing to say, you know, but like, so what, bro? I'm in this bitch. I smoke a little weed from time to time. I drink a little alcohol from time to time, but I try not to make a habit of it just because of all the addicts I've been around. And I don't think I do things to make me addicted like weed and like alcohol. Like you could definitely get addicted to alcohol, but like weed is harmless. Like I could stop smoking weed at any time. And I'm not one of them niggas that smoke weed every day and be like, well, I could stop this shit whenever I want it. I haven't smoked weed in like days, weeks, you know what I'm saying? As long as I ever went without smoking weed, it was like half a year. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to get my shit together because I stopped smoking weed when I was in that trailer because I realized that everybody in this bitch getting high and somebody got to be sober. Somebody got to make the decisions. When the police come knock on the door, somebody got to go talk to them. And guess who the fuck it was? Me. I had to go do that shit, man. I had to go talk to the police every time they came. You know what I'm saying? We stopped paying rent for a while. Police tried to kick us out numerous times. Who was the one to talk us out of being homeless? Me. And we might as well have been homeless. It was like hella rats in that goddamn trailer. It was literally falling apart. It was holes big as fuck in the walls and in the floor. You could see directly outside. And what my brother do, he just got a piece of plywood and just fucking hammer that bitch to the wall and cover the hole up. Then the rats would chew the wood and then the hole would be big again. You know what I'm saying? We had this AC in our room and it would leak and it just leaked all over the carpet and it just had mold in it. And we just slept in a room with like hella mold in it for a year or two. I think my lungs is still recovering. You know what I'm saying? The rats would eat all our food. My brother, my older brother, he threw our fridge away, and so we didn't have no way to like store food, so we just had to eat DoorDash every day or like order fucking shit from Dollar General, eat snacks all day because we couldn't hold no real food until like we found like we got this cooler, and then he threw our fucking cooking shit away, and so we had to go outside and like build a fire so we could actually fucking eat. You know, like me and my younger brother, we done been through a lot, which is why I don't really give a fuck when niggas be telling me that he need to do this and he need to do that, or he gotta grow up, or he gotta change his ways and blah blah blah. Cause I be on him about him changing his ways sometimes too, but it really just being how he relates to people. You know what I'm saying? But like all these niggas be like, oh, he does this or he does that, or he's antisocial and he's blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if the nigga antisocial. That nigga has had my back countless times, and I done had his back countless times. He come talk to me. Just cause he don't want to fuck with y'all niggas don't mean that he needs to want to fuck with y'all. Now I agree that at some point he does have to start talking to people and becoming more social so he can like, you know what I'm saying, just be enriched, you know, have his enrichment time, go out and talk to people, like to his friends and go outside and like do shit, you know what I'm saying? I wanna see him doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like the people who complain to me always be complaining about him, like regardless, and they didn't even talk to him. Ain't even met the man, really. I talk to niggas about my brother all the time, and they always have like this idea of him or how he should be or like what he should be doing. And I'm just like, bruh, just let the nigga do it, bruh. Just let him feel his way through the darkness, bruh. He a person like you, bruh. You had to figure this shit out. Let him figure it out, bro. You know what I'm saying? He a person just like you, bro. I feel like everybody in this bitch deserves to make mistakes. Everybody in this bitch deserves to be like, you know what I'm saying? Imperfect. I don't even believe in God, and I feel like that might tick a lot of niggas off. But like, I might be coming back to it. I don't know. But it is your God given right to be imperfect. It's your God, like God gave you the right to be imperfect. You feel me? Because if not, he would have made everybody like him. And we all not like him. And like I think Christianity is just trying to get as close to him as you possibly can. And some niggas is so far away from being him, they may as well be him. They on the other end. You feel me? They done looped around. And some niggas is close. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact, like we all human. We all gonna make mistakes. We all gonna fuck up. We all and then we go and then we all gonna fuck up multiple times. Some people fuck up way more than others, bro. Some people never fuck up. Some people don't have to worry about some of the shit that other people have to worry about. And it be them niggas that always got the most to say. You know? Shut up. It's alright, bro. I know my young nigga awkward. We all awkward sometimes. We was all awkward at first. You know what I'm saying? He just got a late start, bro. The nigga can do anything, bro. He built the fire. I cooked the food. You feel me? That's what we are. If I can't do it, he can. If he can't do it, I can. That's how we've been living. That's how shit has gotten done for us. And that's how shit gonna continue to be done. I'm gonna have him edit this shit. He the one who gonna edit this shit, man. And I got the ideas. I'm gonna keep talking. You know what I'm saying? I used to feel weird or guilty about talking. I used to like, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers used to chastise me about it. I used to get in trouble in school about it. My auntie came to my school and whooped my ass in front of the class, in front of everybody, because the teacher said I kept disrupting class. I was talking. I just had a lot of shit to say. You know? But I ain't gonna let that stop me. I got high one time and I told him, I'm like, man, sometimes I feel like I talk too much now and I don't want to shut up. And I should just stop fucking talking. And he was like, do you like to talk? And I was like, I love talking, bro. And he was like, then keep fucking talking, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that goddamn simple. It snapped me back into fucking reality. Why the fuck would I not talk if I like doing it? I don't give a fuck how you niggas feel. You know? And I used to. And I feel like that's what got me to not talk in the first place. I had to hide a lot of myself to be palatable, to like have motherfuckers fuck with me. And I don't really need you niggas to fuck with me no more. I never really had. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she was always there for me. And then she died when I was 11 years old. After that, anything could have happened to me. A lot did happen to me. You know what I'm saying? All that shit I was telling y'all about, me living in a trailer, nigga, this is my early 20s. I got shit to talk about that happened to me when I was 8 years old, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets deep. It gets fucking deep, bro. And a lot of these niggas will never even know that side about me. They just see me every day and they have their own preconceived notions about how the fuck I'm supposed to be, about how I'm supposed to act, and about the things I'm supposed to say. And I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't put me in a box no more. I don't give a fuck. You know? Tired of that shit, man. I'm tired of having to contort myself to make people feel comfortable to be around me, you know? And motherfuckers love being around me regardless. And I'm realizing the more and more I'm opening up to people, the more and more they fuck with me. Because I'm a real nigga. Because people like your flaws. People like your imperfections. You know, they don't want somebody that's perfect. Nobody's fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to act like it. You know? And it's just for anybody who's listening, like, nobody's fucking perfect, bro. You gonna make mistakes. Allow yourself to fuck up. You gonna fuck up. I'm fucking up right now. I don't even, you know, in the next, like, after I cut this fucking podcast off, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is bearing down on me And it always is, and it always has. And like, I'm realizing that I got the strength to overcome this shit. Even though I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, shit is really up in the air for myself. I have faith in myself that I'm gonna make it out of this shit. And if I don't, then I'll make it out of whatever happens after that. I'm gonna be alright. And if I don't be alright, I'm gonna just die. And people don't like when you say shit like that, but like, I gotta die someday. You know, I don't know when it's gonna be. It might be tomorrow. You know, it might be right now. I could die right now. And I would just have to accept it. And I feel like I would accept it immediately. You know, I definitely would try my hardest to not die, and I would try my hardest to survive. But like, once I realized that there's nothing I could do about it, I would just be like, oh, this is my time. This is the end of my story. You know, and I don't know if I'm satisfied with how my story would end if I was to die right now. So I gotta keep going. I gotta tell niggas what the fuck up, because anybody else gonna do it. You know, I think this is a good time to like stop the podcast. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna name this shit yet, y'all. And hopefully, you know, I'm gonna just put this shit out, and we gonna workshop it. I want some help from the community. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all my fam. You know, not my fans. Because I don't know. I fuck with how niggas be like, oh, I don't got fans, I got cousins. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my niggas. We the niggas. You know what I'm saying? These my niggas. These ain't my fan. That's my nigga, bro. You feel me? That's my brother. That's my twin. That's my sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog. We niggas, bro. Fuck all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my nigga, bro. Like, you know, that's what y'all is to me. Y'all my niggas, bro. If you listen to this shit and you hearing it, you my nigga, and you already know that. And you gotta be my nigga to fuck with me for this hard and just listen to me talk. And I feel like this shit was kind of interesting, you know? I feel like I made a lot of sense. And even though there was no scientific shit to back it, it's just my experiences. And not to say, you know, and I did say earlier that needs to be trying to use their experiences to justify shit, but like, fuck them niggas' experiences, because their experiences just be shit to further, to shit to strengthen white supremacy, to strengthen the patriarchy, to strengthen like the oppressive models of America, to strengthen capitalism. Like, oh, ain't no way that they are being racist against black people because it's black millionaires and black billionaires. I'm like, bro, when they redline niggas, they put all you niggas in the same place. And what niggas with money do, they leave. You feel me? They didn't have to go. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because like the way white people's society set up, they already separated. They separate the poor whites from the rich whites. You feel me? They put all you niggas together. All the niggas are together. The dope boys, the lawyers, the doctors, you feel me? The entrepreneurs, all you niggas live in the same neighborhood. You feel me? They don't give a fuck about how much money you got, nigga. You still a nigga. That's why you gotta move out with the white folk. That way you gotta leave the hood. You feel me? Oh, you too smart for the hood. Or you too this for the hood. You too that for the hood. No, you're not. You supposed to be there anyway. You feel me? Like, and not to say that like you have to abide to what the government say, but like that they put you there. I mean, you a nigga, bro. Like all the niggas are born in the same area. The rich ones, the poor ones, the stupid ones, the smart ones, the athletic ones, the fat ones, the gay ones. You know what I'm saying? All the niggas come from the same place. We all niggas, bruh. Even if I don't fuck with you, you still my nigga. You know, I don't speak up for all my, no, I don't speak for all my niggas, but I do speak up for all of them. You know what I'm saying? The ghetto ones, the uppity ones, you know what I'm saying? Like all of them. The coons, not the coons. I don't know. I feel like the line got to be drawn somewhere, but at the same time, you know, like them niggas that be on TV cooning, them niggas don't really believe that shit, man. Them niggas just trying to make that money, bro. And hey, I ain't never been a nigga to knock a hustle, so if that's what you got to do to make your coins, then make them, bro. But hey, everybody got to be judged. You feel me? Every dog has his day. And nigga, you better check that calendar. But for real, this time, I'm finna end it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for listening. Thank you for fucking with me.